Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a very affordable sub $400 Pico projector. Let's go ahead and check it out. So this projector is brought to us by Hard Outline, and it falls into the Pico projector class. It's considered a pocket projector. It's not really that big, so let me just put my hand here so you can see the scale. And you guys have seen my hands often on the videos. I don't have super large hands, but it's rather small, but also very, very capable. From the specs perspective, just to give you a sense of the size and some of the capabilities, it is or weighs 1.4 pounds, so just under 2 pounds. It also supports or has a rechargeable battery, and this is one of the coolest things I like about projectors of this class. So you don't have to have it plugged in order to enjoy watching a movie indoor or outdoor. Even if you're using something like this for business and you're looking to project, you have that 3,300 milliamp hour battery that's going to give you almost 2 hours, an hour and a half of continual use. Now, you do have the plug that you can power the unit and use both, obviously, to get more than that. The quality of the image that you're going to get out of this is going to be HD, and we're going to see that in a couple seconds. So it's going to be an HD image ranging from 20 inches in size, which is pretty small, right? I'm just, not this small, but 20 inches, right? All the way up to 300 inches. That's pretty massive. So think about a 300-inch screen being displayed through this little small Pico projector. We're looking at 3,000 lumens, which is significantly or pretty bright, especially for this class, and it is native 720p. So as you think about televisions and you think about different devices, they're either rated as 1080p, 720p. It could be a 4K. So this one falls into the class of being native 720, but it will display images up to 1080p. So very capable for the size. Now, the other thing that sets this projector aside is the fact that it has Android built in. So this is just not a projector that will project images. This is a projector that has an operating system in it. So you're going to be able to download YouTube, Netflix, you think about Hulu, Amazon, the Fire TV type software, you name it, you'll be able to play directly natively without having any other device. It also will support, obviously, connecting things to it. From a contrast ratio perspective, you're looking at a 6,000 to 1 contrast ratio, which is pretty decent for, again, a device of this type. It does have some nice features that we'll just talk about. So let's take a look at some of the actual physical dimensions when it comes to ports and things that it can support. So taking a look at the ports here in the bottom, we have a lot to see here. So first of all, you do have your power in, and this is going to be from your adapter. You do have the power button, so this allows you to turn this on and turn this off. And it's interesting because it does have two buttons. You have an on-off button here, which turns on the lamp, but if you shut down and it's in standby mode, you can use this to power it up again. You have two USB ports, and you can play things directly from the USB. So if you have a video of something that you've taken, you can plug it in and play direct. And it has two of those. One is USB 2 and the other one is USB 3.0. That's great. And because it has an operating system, by the way, you could connect a hard drive to this and load videos from a hard drive. You do have HDMI out. This TF stands for, this is a micro SD slot, very similar to what you have in cameras. You can actually put one in here as well. You do have this other VGA out adapter. So this is a smaller VGA format, so it supports two formats of output, and that's great. Headphone jack, and then you have your on-off. This obviously is your venting system. On the bottom, before looking at any other area, what I like also about this is here you have your speaker, and then you have this mounting system that you can mount this on a tripod. Rubberized feet, and they're pretty thick, so you can see how much material there is with those rubberized feet, which is pretty nice. You have venting here on the side, and you have nothing on this side. So back is pretty straightforward, nothing to see on the top, and the only thing you have is on one side, nothing here. All you have is right here is your venting. Now, you do have this dial right here. This is going to be your focus. Now, in the front, additional venting, and then you have an IR blaster here for the included remote. It does come with a remote that I'll show you that allows you to navigate, and it's very similar to what you would find in a Fire Stick or Fire TV, those type of remotes. You have this little door here that's going to allow you to protect that lens and open it up. All right, so this does not auto on and auto off the projector. It's just used to protect that lens that you have right there. So very compact, very again, pocketable in the sense that you can put this in definitely a backpack briefcase, not in your back pocket obviously, but it's much smaller than traditional projectors, and you're still going to get that 3000 lumens out of this baby. So let's go ahead and power it up. Now, as we look at powering up the projector, this is the remote that is included with it, and you can notice very simple, very basic, has mute menu options, you know, and you're just here almost like you're not so much a trackpad, but very similar to what you would see on a Fire Stick type or Amazon Fire TV. Volume control, and this is a line of sight, so you have to be pointing towards the projector, and the projector has to see it in order to work. It's not like some of the other type units that don't have to see the projector. Now the projector also, because it has an operating system, what you can do is you can actually put a keyboard or a mouse to it, and that's something that I've tried as well. So because you have these USB ports, I'm actually going to be running it using this mouse because it's a lot easier to navigate for me. But you could put a keyboard, you could connect this obviously to a a Blu-ray or any kind of device, both direct and wireless. Let's check it out. Alright, so now powering up the projector, let's take a look at the home page that you have. A lot of flexibility here, and you can see how bright. So this image right now, which may be hard to come across on video, is around 60 inches. So this is a 60-inch type display that I'm seeing right now. Colors are good. It's very bright. And one thing I've noticed is that on battery power as it is right now, it is bright, and as you plug it in, it does get a kick and it becomes even brighter. But you have your home page, which has these pre-installed apps. It does have the Google Play Store where you can download applications. This is using Android 4.04, so it will not support Kodi. That's one thing I just want to make sure that you guys know of. It will not support Kodi, but it will support other applications. So if we go into multimedia, you notice how it supports HDMI, the VGA, AV ports. It has local media players as well. You have a file explorer. HappyCast is an application you can download. Miracast is a standard communication for you to mirror what's on your phone, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. You also have this App Center, and this App Center you have a link that takes you to the Play Store. You can see all your apps, and as you can see here, you have Netflix, which you can play. If I go into all apps, you'll see everything that's installed there. I added Netflix to see how that worked on the projector, but you can add more applications here. I'm going to go back, and let's take a look at some of the other settings that you have here. So if you go into settings, a lot of flexibility. You know, this is a Wi-Fi type projector, so you can, if you use this in a camping setting, take this camping and use this as your display and connect this to your phone's hotspot capability, and either play directly from the projector or stream. It's Bluetooth capable, which means you are going to be able to connect this to a Bluetooth speaker to give you surround sound capabilities, and that to me is really cool if you're especially going to use this in a backyard setting. Your video settings, as you can go in here, we can see you do have your brightness, and it's right now at 65, so that's a little bit more than half of what the brightness level is, and I can tell you it's more than adequate. You can adjust your contrast, you can adjust your sharpness. Let's go back for a second. You also then have audio settings, and we'll go here. Audio settings, because it has a built-in speaker, you can set the pitch, the balance, and then the auto balance. We'll exit this. Language settings you have data settings as well. We won't go into that. Let's look at DLP settings for a second. And DLP settings, this is how you're going to set things up. So you could have auto keystoning. So if I turn this on, for example, what it will do is it will adjust the screen so that it is straight no matter how pitched your projector is. So it actually did a slight adjustment. You do have manual keystoning, you have digital zoom capabilities. You could change, this is another thing that you see at really high-end desktops. You can change the way this is configured. So you can see it's going to be hard for me to flip around a little bit, but you can change the way things are mounted, front mounted, rear mounted, or in front of desktop, which again, you see very high-end projectors. So if you have a screen that this is going to project through, all you got to do is change these settings. You can change your color temperature, and you can set also the brightness mode. So this is movie mode, this is energy savings, this is standard, and you can tell that there was a change there. And the same thing would happen with the color temperature. It has online updating capabilities, and pretty much these are all the type of settings that you would play with. Much more configuration that you can use. So let's see how it plays. Now, video playback is pretty good. Very happy with the color contrast. The blacks are very black, and colors seem to pop. I am viewing this again in that 60-inch kind of size in a room that has one light source, so not all the lights are off. And once again, you're getting some fantastic imagery. It's keeping up really well with the Xbox, as I'm looking at this trailer. So no problems whatsoever connecting it to a device like an Xbox. Even though this is only 720, it's doing well with the 1080p output. Now, from a color quality, I think this really showcases. Love this show because the colors that are so vibrant and pop out of it. So you can see the greens stand out really well, the reds stand out really well, the ocean looks really good. And once again, the audio, even though it's coming from the projector, is good enough for an individual to be able to watch. Now, definitely the Bluetooth setting is where you're going to want to use that to use it if you're using it as a home speaker. But nice playback, no issues with delay, no lag, and again, great color quality. Now, this is one more view of the overall performance of the projector. You can see this is again output at 1080p. It's doing really well doing the downsampling or just adjusting to the input that it's getting. This is actually coming through an HDMI connection, and again you can see very clear, very smooth, no lag. And this, because it's the Justice League trailer, is somewhat dark, so there's more emphasis on the grays and the blacks. You already saw in the previous trailer the color quality of vibrant colors coming from a cartoon, but we know Gotham is dark, we know Batman is dark, so you're seeing a little dark effect, but you can see this thing looks fantastic. So as you saw, this projector from Hard Outline is a very capable HD smart Pico projector. Great option for those of you who are looking for a sub $400 projector that is going to suit the majority of your multimedia needs. If you have any comments or questions about this product, leave it in the comment area below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.